Hey everybody, this is Bound Mimic back for episode 2 of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. I accidentally forgot to plug in my microphone for my recording, so as a result I had a video with awful audio. And once I realized that, I exited out, as you can see to the left there, which is kind of cool. It shows you where you are when you last exited the game. Now, rather than continue on in the middle of a run none of you would recognize, I instead decide that I want to start it again. So here we go. Nothing too interesting happened anyway. Now, to repeat something I said before I realized my awful mistake, as far as daily runs go, I've kind of decided that I don't really want to start recording those until I get to, say, the chest on this regular series. Part of the reason is that I want to unlock a lot of the game first. I mean, I'm going to play them myself. Mostly because, hey, why not? It gives me more practice with Afterbirth. But at the same time, I feel like it would be kind of a whiplash to go from daily runs to an ongoing series and all of that. So I'd rather wait until I get something more solid going on. So there's that. On another note, I did awfully today on the daily run. Took too much damage, as one does when they lose. But I'm not too disappointed because, well, I had no clue what I was doing. Lilith is a strange character, something that you'll see eventually, since I will have to unlock some things of hers. But that is not for me to talk about right now. Oh. I don't know how I feel about a devil beggar in a sacrifice room. Not a sacrifice room, a curse room. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a... Oh, that is awful. I'm not gonna take too much because that would be awful. Okay, Ball of Tar. I like Ball of Tar to a degree. I mean, slowing enemies that walk behind you is pretty nice. So yeah, there's that. There are better items, but hey, I'm not complaining too much. Maybe a little. Just the right amount of complaining. If there is such a thing. Okay, so those guys do appear on regular levels. I was starting to wonder that. Mostly because it's hard to tell. I know I saw some of those flooded... Oh, I'm getting dangerously close to dying here. Yeah, I saw some of those flooded guys that would appear on the flooded cellar, I'm assuming, on other floors, so I'm going to assume that they're not exclusive, they just appear far more often. I'm kind of in a dangerous position, so I better be careful. Oh, look. It's one of those guys. They scare me. Luckily, I killed him without a problem. Come on, heart. You owe me this. You don't owe me anything, I guess. That's sad. Okay, careful. No, you're not killing me. I don't know what you think you're doing, but it's certainly not killing me. Yeah, out of my way. Maybe if I find, maybe there'll be something in the secret room, because that would be very, very good. Let's check it out. I think this would be the secret room, wouldn't it? I don't know if it can be next to those thin rooms, though. No, can't. I'm gonna assume that it just simply can't be. Which means the chance of me actually finding the secret room is pretty close to nil. Given how many twists and turns and how many 2 rooms this can be. So I'm gonna blow up this northwest corner, see if it's there. It might be. Also, I'll do this. Nope. Only coins. Coins aren't bad, but I guess I can check out the shop. Because there's not really many I can rely on. Let's hope. Come on. Nope. Of course not. That would be too easy. Let's see. Nope. I don't want to fight the boss like this. Oh, great. What is this? Is that placebo? I heard something about an item like that. Oh, no, just a useless card. Great. I am so happy right now. Oh well, let's see what the boss is. Hopefully nothing new. Famine. I don't want to deal with your shit, Famine. But I might have to. Because you will not leave me alone. And I'm not really in a position to do enough damage, especially with that tears down. However, I don't think Famine will be too difficult. Of course, this is probably the point where it makes me eat my words by killing me. But you never know. I might still win this somehow. Maybe. Stop spawning them so quickly. I don't want to die. Admittedly, you do want me to die, so I don't see why I'm entreating you not to kill me. But let's not focus on logic right now. Let's focus on the now. Namely the part where I kill you. No, not working? Oh well. He's dead anyway. Book of Revelations. And a part of Bandage Girl. The Ball of Bandages. Hopefully, the Ball of Bandages will give me luck, because I'm going to need it. Oh, rap. If it was Envy or something, I probably would have noped out of there as my fool card, but this is okay. I'm not happy with it, but I'm not upset either. And I did get out, so that's something. Oh, look, marked rock. With any luck, there'll be some health. Mr. Mega. Of course there's no health. Why would there be? That'd be too easy. So yeah, I'm teetering on the brink of death because this room does not want to give me any health, or any room for that matter. And so I'm in a rather tricky position. Especially since I don't know half the enemies in this room. Yep, there, I'm dead. Well, that's not really a place I want to end at, so let's just try again, shall we? Normally I'm a better player than this, however, that was not my lucky day. So instead, I will focus on killing Sloth right now, because what else can I do? Admittedly, that was kind of a freak accident where I got hit, but I still probably should have been able to dodge it. Oh well, hindsight is 20/20, so I'll stop talking about it. On an unrelated note, this is harder than it usually is for me. I don't know why. Maybe I've been playing as Eden too much. I'm too used to different sort of plays. Oh! Thank you for telling me where that was. I'm rather happy with it. I like to know where my secret rooms are. Because they're all secrety. Oh. Well, not right now. Later. Here we go. And nothing. Because the game clearly is just messing with me. And blow. See? So hard. Is that so hard? Ow. Oh well. I am slightly annoyed I didn't get the Soul Heart last time, but like I said, I'm dropping it as soon as possible. Which means I'll probably mention it at most 2 or 3 times. Maybe 4. Maybe maybe it will be all I'm talking about for the rest of the run. Who knows? I don't. I'm not psychic. I can't see the future. Maybe you can. I would be questioning why you're watching this if you can see the future and know how this ends up, but hey, I'm not psychic. I don't know why some do it, so I won't make judgments. Instead, I will kill these guys. Because one follows from the other so easily. And there goes the Soul Heart that the game so kindly gave me. Because I don't look at it for this amount, I shoot it. stops twitching. On that note, let's go into the rock. Larry, oh, that is a long Larry Jr. That's why I blow half of him up in one shot. Can't let him get too long. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. But I will not bend the walls of good taste to find it. To the point where that wasn't even a thing he could say. Okay, what kind of pills do we have?
Bad gas.
Bad gas. Really? Health up. I like that.
Are you a wizard?
No, I'm not, but thank you for asking. Did I? I don't think I hit the treasure room. Could be mistaken, but I don't think I did. Well, and I got hit, so that means chances are no devil joys for. Awesome! That's what I get for being a scatterbrain. Oh well. Let's move on. Instead, I'm gonna kill all of these guys. Because I'm feeling very violent today. Afterbirth is letting me treat all my anger problems. Because I'm going to destroy them all! Probably. Maybe. I feel like it. Let's do this. Just so I can get a bomb. Or not, because the game does not understand how bombs work. Or throw heads of explosive people, apparently. Come to think of it, I don't really know how that would work either, so if you have any comment. Alright, I'll pick that up. Throw it in here. Oh, it took out some of it, so I'm happy about that. Okay, dodge those. I'm wondering what those other yellow ones were then. They clearly have the corn flies. But they did do something similar. I remember that, I might be remembering this wrong, but I remember them flashing and looking like regular flies. I don't know what that was. Looked dangerous though, so I'm gonna avoid it. Let's blow you up. Awesome. 2 soul hearts. I would have liked that earlier before I got hit, but again. Alright, I'm gonna avoid the boss room because next thing I know I'll be forgetting the treasure room again. Not a good thing, especially when I keep looking for new stuff. Hard to find new stuff when you keep avoiding any chance to get it. It's not worth the time to try to get in there. Even if I did have enough bombs, which I don't believe I do. In fact, I know I don't, considering I only have 1. It would take at least 3, I think. Maybe 4. Or the ability to fly. That would also work. But I'm sort of black. See, that's what I mean. Those guys. What are they? They seem like they travel in a pack. They chase you and they travel in a pack. There's that. It's kind of interesting behavior. You haven't really seen that with flying enemies. Like that, anyway. I mean, obviously there's bats, but they're a lot slower. An eternal jumper. That's interesting. And he turns into a fly on death. Wow. Another camo enemy. I don't know why I said another. I haven't seen one this run, but... oh well. Yeah, no. I'll break these. That's about it. Just me, or does Isaac's legs look smaller than usual? I'm probably mistaken on that, but yeah, I don't know, it's distracting me for some reason. I don't really need to check out there, because it's probably the shop, and I don't have a key to get in there. Usually I might get one if I play the room, but nah, I'm tired of this floor. Let's move on. See what the boss is. And in here we have Monstro. Oh, Monstro in a thin room. You know, if someone asked me how I would feel about Monster in one of these rooms, I would not really know how to respond. But now, looking at it, that's actually pretty clever, because he jumps at you like this, so you have to be careful to dodge out of the way at the right moment, so that you don't run into him. And you can also take his long leaps as an opportunity to get past him. And it also makes it more difficult to dodge his monster long type attack. So yeah, that's pretty clever. I like it. But yeah, there's not so much to say right here. I mean, it's Monstro. I could talk about how I'm hoping there's going to be a Devil Room, but I'm not looking forward to it. Oh! Devil Room! Yay! I'm happy. Wow. A teleport to the Devil Room from the Devil Room. At least I got Guppy's collar. I'm happy about that. It's a Guppy item. Admittedly, I don't have the whole Devil precedent thing. I don't know how Angel Rooms work in this game. I heard that they were... Oh. Curse of the Unknown actually has the question mark for the number of hearts. That's kind of cool. Alright. Dodge. Ha, got out of his way. So yeah, I'm not really sure how those work. Angel Rooms, that is. I mean, I imagine they should be different, because I remember that they were looking at that sort of thing. But I don't know how they might be different. I'm just going to use this to nuke everything and see where everything is, because, well, why not? Finding the secret room. It's not really finding the secret room when I know exactly where it is, but whatever. I don't make up these words. I only say the first thing that happens to come to mind, no matter how stupid it is. That's what we call intelligence. It's hard to see that in the flooded caves, whether it has the cover there. Oh, I don't have a key, do I? That's annoying. I'm going to go check out the area over by the shop, because maybe that'll give me a key. There's the trial room over there. Oh, it's a flooded boom cloud. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what it looks like. What's it do? It probably does something when it explodes, but I don't know what. Oh, wow. So it explodes and it shoots that out.
Hemotemesis.
Hemotemesis. Have I been mispronouncing that? I always called it hemotemesis. Maybe it's hemotemesis. I used to also mispronounce Azazel, so... Until I actually looked it up in a thing. You know, that thing. The internet. The thing that exists. Probably. I'm not too sure. The internet might be my imagination. Oh god. He has the soul effect on him. That's frustrating. Also has a lot of health. Okay. Are you a wizard? I'd rather stay not a wizard for now. Thank you very much. I like this. I will take this, especially since I got a ton of those. Ow. Okay, admittedly that was kind of useless. But I don't dwell on the past, as I've clearly shown throughout this video. So I'll move on. I keep getting hit. No wonder I died. Hey, that's another reference. I might get to my 2 or 3 or 4. But I'm not all at once. I want to keep this fresh. Seriously. It gets kind of annoying, especially when I know it's all my fault. Explode already! They don't really explode. They do have shrapnel of sorts, though. I'm used to that guy being the last one. Was I miscounting? Possible. Seriously, so much damage. I appear to still be on soul hearts, or at least not have any left. Okay, that took out more than half of them. These guys seem to be more... They're probably going to take more health away when they hit you. Because otherwise I can't see why them being bigger would make a difference, since they're clearly slower. But I don't know. I didn't design the game, so I don't know anything about it. Instead, I will head this way. Where else am I going to go? Especially since I have no keys. I should really remedy that as soon as possible. What's this? Range down. That's what I needed. Oh boy. Got you. I found pills. It's also funny when he says it. It's like, I found pills. And ate them. I don't know why I repeated that, since you could obviously hear it on account of the fact that you're listening to the same things I am. But, if you didn't want me to say things, then why are you watching this? Honestly, why you're watching this probably doesn't make much of a difference to me, since I have no way of knowing unless you comment. Hint, 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 hint. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to comment. It's clever because it's a thing. Room full of hosts is one of the most boring things in Isaac. Unless you kill them properly, which is hard. It's important to remember, though, when you're attacking a host, not to shoot them when they're down, because it will take them longer to go back up. In fact, if you keep shooting them, they won't come up at all. I don't know why I blew that up, given that I already know where the secret room is. I never claimed to be clever. Okay, at least I got one of them. Way too much damage on this. As exciting as it is to hear me complain about how much damage it is, though, I should probably focus on the game itself. But there's not really too much to focus on, because I'm currently in that boring place in Isaac where you have nothing noteworthy to your name, but nothing bad enough that you actually have to focus on doing it. So instead, I'm kind of just aimlessly talking about whatever happens to come to mind. I haven't yet gone into random pop culture references, so there's that. In fact, I'm fairly awful at pop culture references. I'm probably not making it to boss rush, which is fine. Boss rush does not need to be every single run. Admittedly, I haven't done it on a run yet, but that's mostly due to the fact that this is my second recorded run. For Afterbirth, that is. For Rebirth, I have a few up, but they're not even very good by this video's standards, so... In this video, I'm complaining constantly about getting killed, or getting hit, even when it's entirely my fault. I should tell you something about the others. But I digress, which is unlikely, I know. Lots of coins. Too bad I don't have a key in order to get into the shop. I would like to see if there's any new shop items, because I remember that pill. Actually, that might have been the run I failed to avoid. I don't remember when that was. I think that, no, that was actually the one where I died just recently. I remember now. Alright. Got 3 birds with 1 head. Yeah, that metaphor, that idiom, saying, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really work so well when you're talking about a head. A less cultured person would have made some sort of dirty joke of that. Instead, I will complain about how I keep getting hit. Because that's what you want to see. I see. Probably. I don't know much about what people want. Or what a person is. As far as I know, you're just random computers talking to no one. I likely do not have very much health left. That's bad. It's runs like this, though, that make me wonder how I ever got real Platinum God. Let alone twice. Probably a fluke. Well, at least I got a tears up. That's finally something to be happy about. Okay, I'm not that bad of a position as far as my health goes. I'm not good by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm not bad. Well, I am bad. I'm just not in a bad position. Range down. I will gladly decline that. I know that you prepared it just for me, game, but yeah, I'm just not really feeling range down right now. I don't know what it is. You went through all the trouble to give it to me, but I just can't. Sorry. Oh, Robo Baby, won't you save me? Please. Be your best friend. Maybe. If I feel like it. I'm free next Tuesday. Around 7, maybe. 7 sounded good. Let's do that. Alright, Robo Baby. We'll go have dinner. Maybe see a movie. You know how it is.
The world.
It'll be fun. A lot of fun. Tons of fun. Wow, 3 coins. I'm really on a streak right now. Head up here and see what the curse room has to offer me. Probably more people. But maybe I'll be lucky. Maybe it'll be a guppy item. I like guppy items. Guppy items would be fun. Might be a little bit in the way of... keep getting hit. I should stop talking about that. Hold on, does hitting those make enemies like busy? That's interesting. I have to keep that in mind if I see that. It's kind of cool. The concussion effect, though, I think that's what it is. It's the other item I know that does it, the iron bar, calls it concussive tears. One of the other items, I should say, because what's it called? Does it? I know I'm not being very descriptive, but butt bombs. That was it. That does the thing in the place. I no longer have any soul hearts. Wonderful. Don't kill me. I got them all. Ha ha ha. That was not very effective in the least. Taking out one dip. Tiny's head. At least it recovers every room, I should say. Money equals power. That's pretty good given I have 30 coins right now. I was going to go to the shop, but well, I'll still check it out because you never know when there's going to be something new there. I'm going to keep a hold of all the money I have. I should also start donating, but not right now. I can't afford it. Oh, there goes my increased chance for double deals. Or angel rooms, as it's saying now. Seriously, today is not my day for good runs. Yeah, that was good. I could blow up a lot of mushrooms right there. Sounds like some kind of euphemism for some form of drugs. Blowing up on mushrooms. I don't know. I mean, it's clear what it would be a reference to. It's just I don't think that's what people say.
Tears.
I wouldn't know that. I'm not much on the street these days. I say as if I ever was. What's in the shop? Let's see. BFF. Tempting, but no. Instead, it will blow up the shopkeeper. He gave me nothing of value. I don't know why I'm telling you that, given that this is a visual medium, and in fact, you should tell that he gave me nothing. You can't spin my head right round, baby. You know how it goes. I kind of missed my chance, given I killed most of the flies spinning in a circle by the time I remembered what the actual words to that were. But hey, that's in the past, like the other 500 things I complained about. Oh, the fat bats. I'm still not fully sure of what they do. I remember coming across them before. That might have been the daily challenge, though. They didn't do anything too dangerous, but given their similarities to the other bats, I kind of want to avoid them as much as possible. It wouldn't be very good if they decided to suddenly charge me and I wasn't prepared. Now we just have to kill Gertie, who, as a literal wall of flesh, is taking a pretty big beating right now. Yeah, tanky enemies are not my forte at the moment. But the fight is over anyway, so I'm still happy. Speed and shot speed up. I like the speed up. The shot speed is it doesn't really matter at the moment. Dank depths. That's so many possible things to say, so few moments to say it. I wonder what that's gonna do, though. I mean, I got the feeling that it was doing some kind of elemental thing, with the fire and water. And I think that the womb is the rotten womb or something like that. Maybe. Something. So I was getting like an elemental feeling, but I don't think that works with the dank depths. Who knows? Oh, it's one of the ones you have to kill. Okay. Yep, I was right! That's a first. Joker! Finally!
Joker.
Well! Sacred Heart! Of course. I think the game is messing with me.
Justice.
So yeah, I don't foresee any real problems with this run anymore. Because I got Sacred Heart astonishingly quickly. Like, the last time I did Real Platinum God, that was one of the last items I got. I had to specifically go through Angel Rooms to find it. Nope. Second, technically third, run of Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Well, technically fourth. Now my daily run. And I already have it. My very first Angel Room. That's funny. Kind of. But more than funny, it is awesome. I'm very happy, thank you game. I appreciate all you do for me. I still think you're messing with me. But I am okay with it as long as you do it in this way.
Amnesia.
I don't want to sound like I'm complaining here. Because it did just give me Sacred Heart so quickly, but I just find it funny that it gave me my least favorite kill immediately after I was talking about how I was hoping it would give me more good stuff. It's funny, isn't it? Kind of. Not really. Joker. I like Joker. Save it for the next 4 because obviously I already did this room. Well, again. This game is giving me whiplash right now. Give me something awful and then give me something fantastic. Then something awful and then something fantastic. What's gonna happen? The bloat on the next room? Or no. With my luck, it'll be super bloat. Which shoots it in all directions. And in fact does that flower petal thing you get with Tammy's head. broken die. I just want to see what it is. Dice shard. D6 plus D20. Huh. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna take it to the boss room and see where it goes with this. That's cool. And they're in shops, so that means you'll get them semi-regularly. But I do like there's an item like that. Half the fun of Isaac is re-rolling the items you don't like and then seeing something really cool. A lot of that. Like I said, the game is being very carrot and stick with me right now. In the sense that it is hitting me repeatedly with a stick, and then proceeding to give me one of the best carrots I've ever tasted. I don't know why I'm going back. I still have to find the boss room. Oh. I do not like the thought of a big one of those. One of my least favorite enemies. I don't like things that can teleport like that to begin with, and it's especially bad when it's the brownie. So it's probably the posture. I'm terrified. Whoa. This is a terrifying enemy. And it turns into whatever that one was. That harder version of Dingle. I assume it's a harder version of Dingle and not just replacing Dingle, because that would be weird. That was terrifying. Oh, I took Latchkey, which means I guess I don't really want the dice shard. Oh well. It's by no means worthless. I at least know what it does now. Yeah, the brownie. Ugh. And I don't mean that just in the fact that it's literally a load of shit. Like, that's pretty literal. I don't think I'm gonna offend anyone by saying that. That is literally what the thing is. And like I said, he was pretty terrifying. He took the worst aspects of Dingle, the whole charging thing, made it worse by firing... That's new. Like the thing he was imagining. I don't remember him having that. I digress.
Joker.
I'm so close to getting Maggie, but since I will be likely continuing with Isaac runs, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll take Rotten Baby. I'm gonna blow these up because more, whatchamacallits, the better. You know, thingamajigs, whatchamacallers. Get plenty of coins. This is dangerously low on health. Kane! Awesome. At least I unlocked some on this run. It wasn't a total waste of time. Although ideally, if I survive, I'll be unlocking Judas, so... one way or another. Oh! Is that a mimic? Hey, that's cool. Because that's sort of what it is. It's a spiked chest, is what I'm guessing it's probably called. I'm gonna call it a mimic because it's sort of my name. Kind of. I mean, not my real name. That would be very odd if my parents decided to name me Bound Mimic. It'd be a very strange name to have. Although it would be fitting, given that I eventually start playing Isaac. Because, you know, the game has chests and... I don't think I need to explain this. Oh, no soul hearts. I'm sad. That was terrifying. Really, the poop enemies are getting very terrifying in this game. It's not a phrase I expected to be saying, but I'll take it. Key. I like keys. Kill them all. Kill them all with it. Lemon mishap. No thank you. I'll keep Tammy's head, and I will be happy. as happy as Isaac and his mother. Sorry, I didn't say it properly. Isaac and his mother. There we go. You have to get the Isaac. Otherwise, it doesn't sound right. It is not as musical as he is. Take that. I don't know why I'm getting so many keys when I don't even have the chest yet. Whoa. That was a sudden very big job. I know I don't have a very good computer, but that doesn't happen. It's been acting up on me lately, though, so I should really check that out. Hey, whoopies. Ooh, not bad. I already looked in there. Maybe I should have gotten the contract from below. Doubling pickups isn't bad. The womb. What kind of womb? The scarred womb. That is creepy. Ah, I'm terrified. Hey, it turns them all to regular poop. I got the butterbean. Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I got the butterbean, folks. Wonderful. We sing that every now and then, no? Oh, what are those? Yeah, I know this game has had some pretty awful imagery in the past, but wow. So that's a holy chest. Let's see what it does. I don't want to risk it. There we go. Did it do anything? Like, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to do, if it didn't give me anything. What? Wait. Why do I have 2 flies now? Maybe it just gave me a fly? Why do I have so many flies? Oh, right, mulligan. I forgot I had mulligan. Wow. Yeah, like I'm saying, I know Isaac has always had that kind of grotesque imagery, but wow, did they turn it up to 11 for this one. Like, you see all these rotting, decaying enemies. You look at some of the enemies I've fought, like some of the bosses, for example, the stain, that was awful looking. Like, ugh. Wouldn't want that to walk up behind me in a dark alley. I mean, most of the bosses in this game I wouldn't want behind me in a dark alley, but you know what I mean. I kind of want to praise them for that, though, because that is really cool. I don't like the fact that I'll be fighting death. On the other hand, 3 free soul hearts is pretty awesome. So, I will clench my teeth and get over it. Even though I would like to see what kind of bosses the womb would throw against me. Scarred womb. That's terrifying. Is there other ones, though? Because that was weird. Is there other ones? Because I heard something about, I don't know, like a blue womb or something, and I remember seeing that thing that looked like the rock womb. Is there like multiple ones for this? That'd be cool. I mean, the womb was always one of the most boring levels for me because there's not really anything to look for on it. There aren't any treasure rooms anymore, there aren't shops or anything like that, because, well, it's a womb, why would there be? But it also meant that it was like the most boring part of a run. I kind of like that. Okay, that's kind of cool. Double active. Does that act like a... Well, I killed them both. I don't know what they would have done, but I probably would have been terrified. Oh, great. Death, one of my least favorite horsemen. Actually, my least favorite horseman. Not counting Conquest when I'm looking for level 4 me going to Bandage Girl. In a small room. Luckily I killed him because I'm awesome right now. The question mark card sounds like it acts like, It sounds like it lets you use your active item twice. That using it will activate your item. So it's kind of a reverse blank card that only has one use. Scarred Wound 2. Is it just me, or is that floor really, really bloody? It's not just me, right? That's kind of, yeah, disturbing. Like I said, he really upped the disturbing imagery in this. Which I like I said, I like that. And add, whoa, those are terrifying. Oh, they really are terrifying. I was wondering what they were gonna do. Yeah, anyway, where was I? Grotesque imagery, that's right. I like that, not just because it goes well with the game it is, but also because, well, we were kind of getting used to it. Like, I know if you show this to someone who's never seen Isaac before, they're like, what is all that? But any veteran player would be like, oh yeah, I'm fighting a literal rotting corpse, la-da-dee-da, all of that. But with this, it's sort of like, yeah, it's a reminder of just how kind of awful looking this game is. And I mean that in the best way possible. It's supposed to look awful. I don't mean awful in the sense that it's badly designed. I mean awful in the sense that what it depicts is like, ugh, I don't want that anywhere near me. But yeah, it really fits. That's what I think. Money equals power is really getting a workout here. Which is cool, because it's not one of those runs where you don't get any benefit whatsoever. The closest to getting any sort of money. It's been a long time since I fought Mom's Heart. It lives and replaces it after a while, and then you forget Mom's Heart was a thing. And there we go! Oh, there's a devil room here, so we're down to Sheol. Why end it right now? Nope. Instead, got the lost baby. And Eden. That's fun. Let's see if we can unlock Mom's knife. Let's not kid ourselves. It's pretty likely. Like, I know I looked like a very poor player with my bad luck, but I still am someone who got real bad and got twice. And I don't want to come off like I'm bragging about that, but yeah, I just have too much right now for me to be bad enough to throw that. Sacred Heart, money equals power with 88 coins. Yeah. Rotten Baby. It's just not likely, unless I keep getting hit like that. You have to remember, I'm very capable of screwing everything up. It's just that it'll take a lot of it to put me in a bad position. I don't want to take it. Like, all it would end up being just 5 bombs, and, well, I don't really need bombs right now. I have 8. And I'm not really someone who uses bombs in combat. This is something that makes it significantly easier, like the Haunt. Or a Satan, as we're about to see, once I find him. When I find him. I shall find him. This way. The Dark One. That didn't take long. The Dark One has seen the light. Off this way. Maybe he's down here. Kill them all. What's over here? Not so much. Let's crawl it. And there we go. Satan will feel the wrath of Isaac. Somehow. I mean, I was gonna say that I'm gonna give him hell, but he kind of already has that. I like the fact that he's, you know, Satan. I'm pretty sure Satan already has that. It's kind of his thing. But, I don't know. Ha ha ha, even death bows before me in this moment. here we have Satan. And right about now, run, boom, and the falling is nearly done. See how that goes? Let me show you what true hell feels like. So I was right, that it was Blizzard the card did. That's pretty cool. Alright. It's almost... Ever since I found out that the stomping feet are not... They don't do any contact damage, they're pretty awesome. Especially with a cube of bait. Anyway, that was my second episode of The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Wasn't looking so great for a while there, but in the end, everything worked out. So, now we've unlocked Mom's knife. And Judas. If you enjoyed that, like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Otherwise, I will see you next time on The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth.